Hello again. As I am sure that we are all aware, this is shaping up to be a bumper year for illegal immigration to Britain by means of small boats crossing the English Channel. I thought that it might be instructive to see how another country deals with this problem and manages to ensure that it does not become a serious problem of the magnitude that we in this country face. Singapore is an exceedingly prosperous, peace-loving and law-abiding country in Asia. It has become so by hard work, and it doesn't wish to see the high standard of living brought down by penniless refugees flooding in from other, less wealthy parts of Southeast Asia. Why should it? They've worked damned hard in Singapore for what they have, and I don't see why they should endure problems with drugs, crime and poverty simply because these things are imported into their nation by random strangers. That is why they have the death penalty for drug smuggling, of course. They also flog people for things such as vandalism. Ouch. The natural consequence of this is that there is no vandalism in Singapore. Obviously. A while back, an American tourist, a young man, decided to run amok with a can of spray paint and damaged various cars. He was flogged. That's the way to keep your crime rate down and allow decent people to live in peace, you see. In the description to this video, I give a link to a piece about an illegal immigrant who arrived in Singapore in a small boat from Indonesia. He had done this before and been flogged and imprisoned for doing so. After he was deported, he tried again and was later caught by the immigration service. He is to be flogged and imprisoned again for entering the country illegally. Of course, there are bound to be a few slow learners like this who keep trying their luck, but they are very rare in Singapore. This is a country which does not have a problem with small boats and immigration, because those who engage in that game know what to expect. And it's not being set up for life in a council house either. I cannot help but reflect that on the one hand we ourselves are bedevilled by this particular kind of illegal immigration, while Singapore is not. In Britain, an illegal immigrant arriving in a small boat is welcomed with open arms and treated like a long-lost brother. We house him, feed him, provide medical care and allow him to stay for good if he wishes. In Singapore, they throw such people in jail after first flogging them. I am not, of course, advocating that we bring back flogging in this country, but I do wonder if anybody feels that there might perhaps be a middle ground which would discourage illegal immigrants from coming here in small boats. Do we have to be quite so welcoming, in other words?